Hey, hey, y'all. What is it? Afternoon. So the title today: Why Men Love Crazy Women. I know a lot of women who are a little crazy, and they all have men. Yes. So have you ever wondered? Have you ever thought about? Have you ever asked yourself why men like these crazy women? Why they always end up with these crazy women? You got me. I'm not a man, so I don't know. I don't know why they end up with crazy women. Maybe it's the thrill. Maybe it's the unpredictable behavior. Maybe it is, I don't even know. Maybe it's all of the above. So, as you can see, I'm probably one of those crazy women. That's why I chose this topic today. And crazy women have one thing in common: they don't care. They're just going to be them, just going to be crazy. And you can't change a crazy woman. Um, Even if you try, they're just going to get crazy in another way. You can't do it. It don't matter. Um, because we're the best women, that's why. What's your definition of crazy? My definition of crazy is unpredictable. My definition of crazy is doing things that may not make sense to another person, but make perfect sense to another person. It could also just mean erratic behavior because you want to. Basically, it's just basically being what you want to be when you want to be it and how you want to be it, and you don't care about what other people want you to be. So that's my definition of crazy woman. Like, I don't know who can name any good examples of known crazy women. Mm-hmm. You said I'm not labeling myself crazy. I don't label myself crazy either, because crazy means several things. There's several definitions to words, so I don't really get into that. But at the same time, you could act crazy, be crazy, or be spontaneously different. So, yeah, you prefer the term eccentric. Yes, eccentric. See, yes, we can say eccentric, yes. We'll say eccentric since we're not really crazy. You said, are crazy women pick me shoes? Only if the crazy plan requires it. So, crazy, these type of women could be any type of woman, or they could be a mix of all three or four types of women. It doesn't matter. As long as they're having fun and being entertained and doing whatever they want to do. I think that's really what it all comes down to. How you lie about your age? Just lie. Y'all know the answers to this stuff. Like, this is stuff that people know since high school. Like, I've been in high school. Um, I didn't have any problem getting into anywhere. I was just very smart and I knew how to do what I need to do. Um, and men don't care how old you are. Like, if you lied about a few years, they don't care. Oh, how old are you? 25, but you're really what? 27? Who cares? Nobody cares. Oh yeah, happy birthday, Prince. You said there's nothing wrong with being eccentric. No, There's nothing wrong with being eccentric. You said, at least we're not boring. Exactly. Ooh, child. Have you ever been to a psychiatrist? I don't know. When I was younger, I went just to get out of work, and they said there was nothing wrong with me, even though I tried to make something wrong, but they said there was nothing wrong with me. So I guess it's just acting, or spontaneity, or I'm eccentric, whatever. Um, but at the end, like, honestly, they couldn't find anything wrong with me. They were just like, well, there's nothing wrong with you. You just need to do this, this, and that. I'm like, well, if I feel like it, I will. Okay, so Shira has been teaching women how to be eccentric for years. I have. I have. I'm like, do what makes you the best that you can be at this time. Like, honestly. You said ratchet doesn't equal crazy either. Hey, some people like ratchet. I don't know. Some people like crazy, ratchet, bougie, whatever. Whatever they like, that's what they like. But what are you attracted to is the question. Your boyfriend love you, gets you gifts, and pays bills. You're eccentric, but you've been trying to control it. He is kind of boring and does a routine, but he finds me interesting and random. I've been to a psychiatrist and you take meds. Well, at least you got a relationship with somebody that can accept all of that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yep. Mm-hmm. So, what going what going for you? What? Anyway, yo, eccentric women. I should have labeled it that since y'all don't like the crazy label. Um, that word is freely used so much today, it doesn't even really mean crazy anymore. It just means different and difficult. Different and difficult. Um, you said you having fun with this one man, but now I need to get a job so I can be free from men for a while. What do you suggest? Um, girl, I wouldn't try to get no job. Have a business. That way you'll be free and it'll be optional. Thank you, Fuchsia Rose. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Look. You said, call me crazy. At least you called me. Right? I'm saving lives. Many women across the globe by teaching them to stay dust free. Okay. You said men love crazy. The crazier and more unpredictable, the better. I wonder why. Because maybe their real life is so routine that their excitement comes with their crazy woman. Like they have a schedule to keep, and everything is A, B, C, D, E. Now, they need some shaking it up to keep it exciting. Uh, Otherwise, life is just the same every day. So why not? What are some things crazy women do? Whatever they want to do. It don't matter. Whatever they wake up thinking about doing, they may or may not do that. They may do something totally different. They may turn around and decide to do something opposite of what they planned to do this morning. I don't know. Just whatever they ended up trying to do. being spontaneous, I guess. You said you call it being spicy. Yep. It's like cooking something and just throwing anything into it and hoping it come out tastes good. And if it don't, oh well, try something else. So, that's what I can equate that to. Like, you have no idea what you're doing, but you're gonna make an attempt to make something taste good. And even if it don't taste good, you'll label it something else. Like, oh yeah, that's a insect repellent, when it was supposed to be some type of food or soup. Now it's insect repellent because you did put some crazy stuff in it and it don't taste good. So it's just whatever, basically. Um, when they laugh and you're crazy, men love it when they're the crazy ones. If they're the crazy ones, don't get two crazy people together and see what happens. um, them chicks that wake up unexpectedly, wink, wink. Them chicks that wake you up unexpectedly, wink, wink. Mhm. You see it, Rick rolled. Rick rolled. Uh-huh. Crazy is not bad. Beware if they call you a weirdo, that's where it goes south. I guess anybody who's not quote unquote the norm to whoever is observing them could be considered a weirdo. You dated a man who played for stuff, then got emotional. Played for stuff. What kind of stuff? You said Kanye type of crazy. Kanye was smart though. There's a difference between crazy and genius. Uh, you say you have literally said some wild stuff to men trying to scare them off, and it never does. Mhm. Well, that's the beauty. You keep doing that until they won't stop, and then you throw something in there. You say something, and then they end up having to do it. Mhm. How do I control my emotions? Um, it depends on what they're about and what I'm doing. So, like, if I'm mad, I can control them depending on who I'm mad at. But if it's somebody that I really, really care about, I'll let them show. But if I don't care, you ain't gonna get no emotions because there's none there except maybe the anger or whatever. But like if you're trying to control them, and you don't really care about that person, then it'll be super easy. But if you care about them, it's a little bit harder. So the best thing you can do is figure out a way to say what you want to say that doesn't get you upset or emotional or whatever. You told this guy I don't feel guilt. He thought I was playing. I don't feel guilt for certain things. No, I don't. Like I don't either. So they don't need to think you're playing because sometimes that's just the truth. I don't know why people won't believe you when you tell them that. Like, I don't feel any guilt. I am so sorry. Even if you apologize for not feeling guilt, they still won't believe you. Can you go live on? Can I go live on my other channel? Maybe. Um. So you said crazy tips. Do it. Do whatever you want to do. It's kind of like abstract art. You know, you're supposed to be a portrait in the beginning, and then it becomes hair cheese. If y'all don't know what that is, um, I was looking in this magazine and had like all these different art exhibits in the art museum, and some person had a sculpture of what looked like a block of Swiss cheese with like some hair growing out of it, like looking like a mullet. And it's just really weird. And, I feel that that's like what you're going to get if you're dealing with crazy or eccentric people sometimes. So you're just going to get something totally not what you started it off to become. And it's still going to get you paid, and it's still going to be displayed, and it's still going to become one of a very famous work of art. Why? Because that's what it is already. It never was meant to be something boring. It may have started out that way, but it's never meant to end up that way. So, um, you said the art of seduction would be a good example. Yep. But, if you have someone to, you know, actually play that art of seduction on or with, that's a whole different story. But if you're just old like me and married, like you're done with that. But if you have someone to play it on or play it with, it's probably worth the read. I've been to many You've been to many psychiatrists, and you think I'm just psycho, and I love it. Girl, how many medications are you on? You said act mean. You're moody. That's why only thing that makes you crazy. But I try to be best. Well, yeah. That's so true. Anyway, so yeah, just be like, I was already this way ever since I was a kid. So I don't see the point of changing. And if that's how you are and it's working for you, there's no point to change it. It's been working for me since I was a child, being weird, crazy, different, eccentric, whatever you want to call it. And so it's going to stay working for me as an adult. And I feel that that's how a lot of people, find themselves. They never lose themselves. So being who you are is the best way to go. Like me, that's who I am. And I try to tell people, like, however, if you're dealing with certain types of men who are doing certain things or whatever, and whatever your personality is, are you creating that with how you respond? Are you creating that? Are you creating that, or do you want to um, do something different? Are you with that person to be yourself, or are you with that person to be someone else? That's what you got to think about. Whoever you're with, can you be yourself with? If you got them acting like someone else and they don't like the real you at the end of the day, after all has been revealed, then probably not going to work out. Okay. That's why I would say, like, mix up your real personality with the representative that they meet. That way they kind of get a glimpse. When they get that glimpse and they know, and then when the full real self comes out, then they know they have their chance. They can be like, okay, well, I don't like the real you, so I'm out. Great, bye. Next. So that's how it has to be if you don't conform. You said you a Pisces sun, Leo moon, and Taurus rising. Do you consider this crazy? I don't know anything about astrology. All I know is I'm a Pisces. That's all that I know. I don't really get into astrology, darling. I mean, I just don't know. I'm not an astrologist. So if it's crazy to you, then whatever. I don't know. It could be. Mm-hmm. Is it a flag if a man always has to be right? Um, does he have the money to be always right? Because if you got the money, you could be right all you want. Shoot, you right, you right, you right every day. But if you ain't got no money, you might get checked. Okay, just saying. You might get checked. You're like, okay, well, I don't care if you right. That's not all that matters. All I'm saying is like women will let stuff slide depending on certain things. You know what I'm saying? Women don't always have to be right. Men don't always have to be right, depending on, like, if a woman is cute and he likes her and she said something, and even if she's wrong, he'll just like overlook it. If the man, is doing everything that the woman wants him to do and da 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 da, then um, you know, she'll overlook whatever. So it just depends on how much they like each other, whether someone is always right or wrong. It don't matter. Or if they're competing, or if it's just friendly banter. It just depends. Like it depends on what reason you want to be right for. Is it a lesson? Are you teaching someone else how to be like you? What is it? Sometimes it's a lesson, especially if it's like between platonic people, because they're teaching you how to be right. um, so sometimes people don't realize why certain people do certain things. Either you're learning or being taught, I should say. Either you're being taught if it's a platonic relationship, so that you can turn around and do the same thing if you ever need to, or you're being checked in a subtle way. Okay. Do wealthy men investigate your past? I mean, we crazy. I don't care if they like that. The more they find, the merrier. You know what I'm saying? If they like what they find, like, she crazy for real, or he's crazy for real, or whatever. Like, but I don't think looking into someone's past, if you don't plan on being with them, is necessary. You know what I'm saying? So if I don't look into their past, I'm not serious yet about being with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, in a relationship anyway. Uh, because if I don't look at your past, I'm not considering really being with you long term, unless something changes and I want to look into your past, because I feel that there is a chance. If they already looked into my past and I hadn't looked into their past, well, I guess we know who likes who more. I don't know. So, like, I don't need to look into nobody's past unless I'm serious. Like, let's see what this person did. See if I can deal with it or not. The club owner says, in order for us to date, I'd have to stop going to his spot or club. Is that a flag? The club. Why are you dating a club owner? That's number one. The club owner. Well, go get it. If you say you can't come to my spot if we dating. You can't come here if we date. You can't come to the club if we're dating. Okay, well, where my house key? Where my new car keys? Then what day you want to pay these bills? That's gonna be my response. If because I'm gonna come to this club wherever I feel like going. That's where I'm going. Okay. Dating and marriage are two different things. Dating and marriage are two different things. You can't tell anybody where they can and can't go. Anyway, you just throw on a different wig. They don't know it's you anyway. So, get the man that owns the land that he's leasing the club on. Okay, how you doing? Thank you for the library of videos. Oh, Sparkle, you welcome. So, yeah, all I'm saying is if he's gonna date you, I'll date you, but you can't come to the club. Okay, I'll go to somebody else's club and date them too. How you doing? Maybe. Or I'll just go to a different club and flirt with other people. You said, you said, mm-hmm. You said, am I having camera activity or is there spirit? I don't know, child. I don't even care anymore. Like, who cares? You said a football player say he in love with you and he got mad and called me crazy 3 times and now he gone. Psycho. Not a man. What? I don't know. I don't know what that means. But oh well. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. All I know. What? You probably was crazy. I'm still crazy. I'm still crazy. Ain't nothing changed. Not crazy like um clinically insane or anything, but crazy like unpredictable, do what I want, blah 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 blah. Make things difficult on purpose just cause. But at the same time, you don't have to be like that if you're not bored. Most women are crazy because they bored. I'm just trying to tell you. You end up with somebody boring, you got to make it exciting, so you start acting crazy. Ask any crazy woman. Ask any crazy woman. Why are you crazy? Because you boring. Gotta liven it up some type of way. You don't talk. You don't do nothing. You just sit there. You blah. Let me do something crazy to see what you're gonna do. Okay. So if the person that you're with, you said that's not crazy, that's a woman. Well, probably. Not all women are like that though. But that's just what it is. You like if you have an exciting person or someone that's entertaining or doing extra all the time, that woman ain't gonna be as crazy because she's gonna be too busy being like, oh wow, okay, well that's nice, that's it. Okay, oh wow, she's gonna be too busy receiving what you're putting out. But if you're blah and boring, she got to make something to be excited about. So it doesn't even matter if it's negative or positive, as long as it's not the same thing. Blah. Right. You said you need examples of crazy. Whatever comes to your mind, baby. Whatever. It could be anything. It doesn't even matter. Like whatever. Just any, meeny, miny, mo. Whatever. Something random. What do you think about being a little crazy in the bedroom? That's normal for some people though. Like, how's like some people, a little crazy is normal for other people. So you can't really put that on a scale unless it's super crazy. Okay, unless you go on super freak, then we don't even bring it up. You said you just broke up with a guy for being boring. I know, right? I've broken up with so many people for that same reason, or cheated on them, or one of either one. I mean, you know. Because like what am I supposed to do? Stay here and just read the wall? Let me read the wall. Let me be like you. Say, well, being crazy push them away? No, make them want you more for some strange reason. I don't know why. What if little things about your man irritate you very much? Is that depression? No, it's denial. Yeah, it's denial. It's like you're only putting up with it for something else, for some other reason. So whatever those reasons are, that's what it is. You said how crazy though. Look, okay, here's the thing. I don't get mad, but I was crazier when I was younger. Um, Before I had kids and all that. So I think the younger you are, the crazier you are. The older you get, the less crazy you get, but still the crazy always gonna be there. Especially if you're not with someone who can or if you're not dating someone who is going to deflect your craziness. Hmm. You said talk crazy in the bedroom. Well, I think there's lines that are drawn with certain people. So, like, you already know what people are willing to do and what people aren't willing to do, or your partner is willing to do and what they're not willing to do. So, that's not really a discussion. You're just like, oh, I ain't finna do that. And that's basically ends all of that. So, it just depends on how you speak about your boundaries. Have I ever written a book? A lot of books. I've written several books. Actually, it is. There's links in my description bar and below. Um, so if you want to check out the books that I wrote, definitely go check them out. I think my bestseller is "I Bring Nothing to the Table," and the next one, "The Wisdom of SheRaSeven," and y'all can go check um, out the description and click on those links and order your book. I don't really brag about being an author and all that kind of stuff. I'm just like, whatever. Y'all know I wrote books. um, I'm not one to brag unless it's about something in the moment, but I've done a lot of stuff, so I'm very multi-talented. So at the same time, it doesn't matter if you're not witnessing those talents at the time. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. How weird. I'm just searching for why men love crazy chicks. I don't know either. Be boring and maybe they'll leave you alone. If you don't want them. Anyway. But I don't know. I don't know how to, like, I can be boring But sooner or later, I'm going to make up for all the time that I was born. Like, surprise! Guess what? Do only crazy men like crazy women, or do logical men like crazy women? I think logical men like crazy women, but they have a reputation to protect. So they don't really deal with crazy women on the eye level, or shall I say, they don't really see a future with crazy women. They marry the boring woman and they, go get the crazy one on the side. Why? Because they have an image to uphold. Okay. But if the wife find out about the crazy chick and wonder why her man is not responding to her like he usually used to, because he's super bored now, then that might be the problem. So careful. You said it's been proven that men are more prone to see women with borderline or personality disorder more attractive. That's because they're tired of boring people. Think about this. Whatever they quote unquote claim to be normal is actually boring. And whoever wants to label people certain things are probably them boring people. Right? Oh, you have personality disorder. You are not normal. Well, good for me, because you are boring. Mm-hmm. I'm glowing. Oh, thank you. I'd be glowing. You say you want to become more exciting, then do just random stuff. Okay, that helps. My friend and I are both crazy. It's true. Shira, he is rich but cheap. Should I drop him? He took me shopping but was commenting about how expensive things were. What should I do? Ooh, girl. Ask him every time you pick up something, can you afford this? As loud as you can, baby. Can you afford this? Can you afford this? See what he say. Y'all both will stop looking at prices after that. Gonna get what you want. What if your husband cheats but is a provider? I'm stuck. Keep my integrity and move on. Girl, get you some money too. Where's your money at? The whole time y'all married, you should have been doing something. Should have been saving. Should have been doing something. Okay, marriage ain't no guarantee. You gotta get your money too. Seriously, like, what you been doing the whole marriage? What you got to do is you got to keep stashing. Stash, stash, stash. You say you're honestly a cheater. I like a roster. If you had to choose true love or money, I cannot live without money, but I can live without true love. That's number one. So the true love got to have money that he gonna spend on me. Period. Sure, I will have a date with a rich old man, but he already told me he wants something serious and nothing else. How to behave when meet? Be honest with him, because he was honest with you. He already told you he wants something serious, so that means he's all in. That means tell him about everything you want and need, and if he's willing to do those things for you, then do what you got to do. And there's no guarantee that you're gonna stay, be with him, marry him, whatever. You can be there as long as you want, as long as you're happy. And when you are no longer happy, then you can be out. So, see, level up and leave. Exactly. That's what he just basically gave you an invitation to do. Level up and leave. That's the basic invitation he gave you. Why? Because that's what he said. I want something serious. You're much younger. He's much older, right? He said he wants something serious and nothing else. Okay, so then what do you want? Did you tell him what you wanted to at the same time? How do I move money out of a shared bank account to stash or save up? Go to the grocery store, like I said, get that cash back. Stash, stash, stash. Grocery store, bills, cash back. Start a business with that. You'll be faster if you can make money on the money he give you. If he's giving you money, use that money to start a business. And then get your cash back. Does he get notified about the cash back? Tell him you gave it to a homeless person. What he gonna do? Be mad? Don't give it to the homeless. There's this man outside, just make something up. I was with family outside and they were hungry. You gonna be mad because I'm charitable? What kind of man are you? Oh, just have a heart. Be like, oh, I took cash back because there was this poor family and they needed help. You really talking about you. She reminded me of myself, so I gave her some money. Done. How often to cook for a man? Every time he give you money for a shopping spree, baby. Go ahead and cook. All right. I don't know what to tell you because y'all know the answer to that. What wig do I have on? I don't even remember the name of this one, but y'all know. Just go look on my wig playlist. My beauty makeup wigs playlist. It'll be there. Recently, actually. In the last 3 or 4. Said we don't cook unless we get. I don't know how to cook. It'll be an experiment. Okay. How do I become a life coach? I'm not a life coach. I don't I don't coach people. In fact, if you like, I don't mean to be rude, but I would never make business cards that said life coach. I'll make a business card that say if you dare. They won't even know what it is. They gonna call it for sure. If you dare. Warning. And see, that's what I'm talking about. The craziness is what makes them want to call that number. You hand out a card that says life coach versus a card that says if you dare. Which one you think gonna get called? If you dare. I see my goal is not to be famous. My goal is not to be well known. My goal is to be me and to help other women be who they need to be to get what they need in life. You see, I'm not like a lot of these people who get on YouTube. Like I said, I was on YouTube a long time ago before people were famous for being on YouTube. Literally, I don't care. But, you know, if people only get on YouTube to be famous or to be this or that or well known, then that's probably what it is now. But when I started, that's not what it was about. When I started, it was about giving information to people who weren't in your neighborhood. Okay, that's what it was about. Or doing something online or showing people stuff online that they couldn't just see everywhere. So that's what it was about. I don't have the fame bug. I don't care about fame. Shoot. You know why? Because the reason why I don't care about fame as much as some other YouTubers do is because I don't like what comes with it. Like, I'm too lazy to be famous. Like, literally, I'm too lazy to be famous. I see all these famous people, they got to get up early, go here, go there. I'm like, I'll be sued left and right because I can't do none of that. Because guess what? I'm lazy. I'm Liz Lohan, baby. I'm Lindsay Lohan. I ain't finna do all of that. So now she's literally, I can't. You said lazy people unite. I would only do those things for my children. Like if I gotta wake up early, it's for Layla or Sasha. If I gotta do this, it's for Layla or Sasha. That's the only reason I'm waking up, not for no fame. The only reason I'm up early most of the time is because of them, and then I just get online. Mm-hmm. That's the way it should be, though. It is. Have a man ever made me feel masculine next to him? Yeah, he was gay though. um, Monetarily masculine, yes, several. But physically, no, very few. But monetarily masculine, yes. Somebody see it. It's that's why you can't argue with certain women. Like If you make money, you can't argue. Men can't argue with women that make a lot of money. It just don't work out. Now, if you're hiding the fact that you have money, you can pretend. Oh, you're right. But if they know you got money, it's like, it's kind of hard. Sure, is it better to get money transferred to your account or get cash? Rose wants to. Is it better to get money transferred to your account? I don't know. Like, I literally don't think about those things. I guess you have to ask an accountant. He mentioned adding you to his credit card. Do I get him to do it faster? Girl, what about the debit bank card? I don't want no credit card. Honestly, I wouldn't like. I have credit cards. I don't use them. I like debit cards, baby. PayPal, debit card, Cash App, stuff that I know is there. I don't want to be declined, baby. I don't want to be declined. Not in public, not in private. Give me a card with money on it forever. So, does it come with a PIN number? Is it connected to a bank account? Otherwise, you can keep that. Can you imagine going to pay for something and not knowing if it's going to go through or not? The stress. If it's an unlimited credit card, maybe. Gotta be unlimited though. Otherwise, no. Keep your credit card. I qualify for my own, darling. She wants to know how to get him to make up his mind faster about putting her on any account. He mentioned it, but hasn't finalized it. Well, depending on the relationship, I think that will finalize it. I think that's, he don't have everything he want, obviously. Mhm. Any tips on texting and calling? How much of a distance to maintain? Well, I mean, it just depends on what you're trying to do. Like if you're just saying hello or whatever, if y'all are dating seriously, it all depends on the situation. So if you're not dating seriously, it doesn't matter. You can take a call whenever you want. If you ain't even dating. If you're trying to date, then space it out. Say what's appropriate. Say da da da. But if you're basically just friends, if whatever, then it doesn't matter. Mm. What videos do I recommend to girls beginning stages? I've had. I'm actually going to it depends on what you mean by level up. If you're talking about the physical level up, yes, definitely work on that. But if you're talking about the mental level up, I'm definitely coming out with something for that very soon. It's actually already done. I just have to actually present it. So I'm taking my time for once. I'm not gonna rush through certain things because I feel like I need to. I'm gonna take my time and do certain things because I want it to be something that can benefit many people. So I would suggest to stay tuned. But for now, just get the basics. Your sugar daddy married a crazy pick me wife. They filed for divorce, but she keeps blackmailing him not to leave her, and he don't spend time with me anymore. What? Then write her a letter, girl. You know what to do. Get your pen and paper and start to writing, or write yourself a letter, or write them an email, or do something. Like honestly, it'll probably make the wife want him more. To tell you the truth, that she crazy. It just gives you more credit. I don't know. It's funny how things work, how they're not supposed to work. how how to roster date and keep them hidden from each other? Why you gotta have them? If they're dating, they know you dating. You ain't got to tell them though. They know. Like honestly, if they don't like, Beyonce say, if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. Men do it all the time, so who cares? Have I made a TikTok? I had a TikTok. I had a TikTok account and I deleted it. Oops. I think I'm too old for TikTok. Like seriously, like I'm too old for TikTok. What am I do on there? I had one. It was cute for a second, but I think I'm too old for TikTok. How to respond when a guy asks, "What do you feel about me?" Keep asking for some reason. To tell them the truth. Shoot. The best thing you can do is tell somebody the truth. Either they can move on or move on. How do you feel about me? I don't like you. Bye. I don't like you either. Bye. You see? Unless, like, if you want to be rid of them, or if he wants to be rid of you, or if he wants to be with you, or if you want to be with him, just tell him the truth. Like, how do I feel about you? You don't have to tell him the whole truth. Just tell him the partial truth. Like, I really like you a lot. Or, I really think that you're very interesting and special. That basically means I just want to see what you're really about, because from this angle, I'm not sure. When you use those words, it's like, so you don't know if you like my crazy yet. Okay, I got you. How to cut him off as a sugar daddy and keep him as a business investor? Oh, that's a good question. Um, I don't think mixing business with pleasure is a good idea. Just honestly. Like, unless it's very rare, like let's say you have two businesses, and every once in a while your wife or your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend make an appearance, or add their little 2 cents. That's fine, but not on a daily basis. Didn't know he was married when we met. I found out and called his wife. She fought me and called me a homeworker. Then sugar daddy left her and filed for. That sounds like the story of your life. um, Jr. Actually, y'all already know what I'm gonna say. Those who know me. That sounds like the story of your life, sure. Ma'am, wait, is JR a girl name or a boy name? I don't even know anymore. Or should I use different pronouns? What pronoun do you go by? You always worry about losing too much weight, girl. That ain't no worry. Can I come stay with you? And heck no. You said dusty beta male. The only way you can stay with me is if you can cook, clean, do dishes, feed the cat, feed the dog. What else? You know it's going to be services. The service route. Oh, yes, and pay bills. That's not something that you want to sign up for, believe. And laundry, yes. Why? Because I'm crazy. That's why. Are you sure men love crazy women? Because I don't think that applies while you're dark skinned, because women will they will confuse it as aggressiveness. If you stop caring, that's number one. It doesn't matter what you look like. Number one is to stop caring. That's number one. Then they cannot deny that something is off. So when you do look at Azealia Banks. She's dark skinned and she's crazy. There you go. Point made. Goodbye. That's what it was. Sprinkle. Azealia Banks. There you go. She right up there. She right up there with the all the crazies. So I don't see the excuse. I don't see that there's anything about skin tone. First of all, you have to not care. That is number one. Naomi Campbell. Yep. You just can't care. Stop caring. That's number one. That's what makes you crazy. First and foremost, stop caring. It doesn't matter about your skin tone. Just stop caring. You said they like interesting looking women. Then it created interesting look. Interesting look. There are more crazy, I don't want to say more, but there are equally amounts of crazy dark-skinned women in the industry. Like if you look in the entertainment industry, there are equally amounts of crazy dark-skinned women in the industry. So, because they don't care what people think. So number one, don't care what people think. To name a few, I'll name a few if you want some. Do y'all remember Grace Jones from back in the day? And then also remember the movie Boomerang with Grace Jones? She crazy. Tierra Whack. She's a little different. Missy Elliott. And I've already named Azealia Banks. I've named so many. Enough. Inspirational women. Why? You need a new dashiki. Can you buy me one? No, but I can tell you where to get one. Goodwill, baby. You got them. And you can afford them. So, how how to keep it crazy and classy at the same time, Sprinkles? Well, your looks can equate your classiness, and your crazy can make up for the rest. You know what I mean? Like you walk in to a nice place and you're dressed and you're looking polished, and within on the inside, you're just a little bit different. You said Naomi Campbell and Kenya Moore. Yes, exactly. Kenya Moore is single for life and got a horrible husband. Well, maybe her, maybe her, I don't want to call it plan was not to get. You don't know people's plans sometimes, and crazy people's plans change throughout the plan. So sometimes, sometimes having a horrible husband creates a better life for that person in the future. It's like, oh, I have a horrible husband. Now who's going to come rescue me? Like on, what's that movie? Nightmare Before Christmas. Y'all remember Sandy had that old duck thing in a wheelchair? And she kept putting him to sleep and going out with Jack Skellington. Okay. You said you almost did that. Hey, and crazy girls have friends who will go with their plans too. Hmm. You said, I like nice, strong women who build up a man. I do too. I like nice, strong women to build up a man for me. Thank you. Did I repeat that? Shall I repeat that for you? Go ahead. You get bored of that nice, strong woman that's going to build you up, and you get bored of that, and you find a crazy chick, that's where it's at. And sadly, this is what I've been telling y'all for so many years. Sadly, that's what it always comes to. Always. Not always, but a lot of the time. I ain't gonna say always. You know, being a Pisces, I over exaggerate a lot. I say always or everybody. Y'all know I really mean sometimes, right? So sometimes, just go with it. Sometimes it doesn't. I want a strong woman to build him up for me, the princess. If you look in the entertainment industry, you see how many stars have built up talent for the next star. I think that's kind of what it is. It's like, hold on, this wig in my way. Like everybody has inspiration. Um, Everyone who ever auditioned for something sang someone else's song. Period. They sang someone else's. They didn't sing their own song. Didn't have one yet, unless they wrote it and trying to be extra, and then nobody recognized it or can vibe to it because they don't have familiar. They don't have like a familiar liking to it. So everyone that has auditioned for anything has sang someone else's song first. So Michael Jackson sang James Brown. What if he has the money and you have the brain? Build each other up. Sometimes they don't want your brain, baby. Sometimes they want their own brain because they're a man, darling. And if they have the money, but you have the brain, you're going to take the credit. And they can't have that. How can they? But if I have the brain and they have the money and they spend that money on me, there's difference. If you're with a man and you're just talking and you're giving ideas freely because you like their company, that's different because you're not part of the business. You're just being a woman. You don't want anything to do with it. That's if I'm talking to you and whatever I'm saying is for you. If I can give you ideas, if I can be brains, I can be brains on my business times 10. So, I think what's given to other people just in conversation, take it as you like. But at the same time, I'm not getting ready to partner up with somebody and split a business. Why? I'm going to tell you why. Because if I were to do that and it was with a man, I would feel some type of way. Like I wouldn't see him the same as I would see him if he were to do those things alone or on his own. I would see him as needing my help. And that is kind of like if I don't freely give you my help in passing conversation and you need extra help upon that, I don't like it. Unless I volunteer, like I said, every once in a while, that's different, but not the other way around. Why? Because you cannot ever fully respect a man that can't do that on his own. When you find somebody that can do that on his own with no problem, it's like very attractive. Mm-hmm. You said Dusty Beta Male, very hilarious, but what? Mm-hmm. Yes. And some people become dusty because they become complacent. It's not that they, because dusty is a temporary term. Dusty don't mean permanent. Like I always tell men on my channel, dusty is not a permanent term. It is a temporary term. Think about it. Most people started off dusty or without. It's a temporary term. How to deal with digs from Pick Misha in a forced setting. Digs in a forced setting. How to deal? I don't even know what digs mean, baby. Y'all gonna have to talk regular English. Check out the rules book. I don't go by rules, baby. I do what I do. Y'all already know that about me. I don't know why people want me to go by rules. You say you like women who got cars because you ain't got one. Well, hopefully you'll figure out how to get your credit up so you can get one. Learn that from the woman. Okay. When women shade you, Shira, I don't care. I wear sunglasses at night. Do you think shade bothers me? Talk about it. Talk about it. I wear sunglasses at night in the rain in a storm. I remember one time I pulled up to Starbucks and it was so dark outside because it was raining. And they're like, why you ain't got no, like, why do you have on sunglasses? Because I don't have on my makeup. It's either that or I'll see you later after I get my makeup on. You do that too? I know people are like, why does she? I think they done figured it out now. Like, she's got on sunglasses because she don't have on makeup. It's like a mask for the other half of your face. You know, men get to go around like not shaving and having chapped, crusty lips because they got on a mask. And we can't put on those sunglasses. You feel like it's a compliment when women shade you. It's crazy. It is. Which is your favorite foundation concealer? All of them that match my skin tone, babe. If I could find one that matched my skin tone and has good coverage, that's what I'm going with. Like, whatever. But my absolute favorite of all time, I'd have to say, all time. Well, my most dependable, I should say. My most dependable was definitely Fenty and then Born This Way. Those are my two dependables. So, you say you don't like women who wear makeup because makeup is high these days. Okay, Dusty. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of women out there who don't wear makeup who are so happy to hear that. Do you see what you have waiting for you? Ladies who don't wear makeup? There's always someone waiting. You never know. Have I ever blah 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 Kylie lip kit? Nope, I ain't never bought that. You like my level up powder? Oh, sprinkle sprinkle. Yes, I have some on right now. I have like a mix of a lot of different cosmetics right now. Yes. So, like I said, oh, y'all want to see something cute? Look what I got. Isn't this adorable? Y'all remember these tape players? Oh my goodness. Y'all remember tapes? Oh my goodness. I found a bag full of tapes in my closet. And I'm like, I don't have anything to play them on. I had to go to Amazon and get a tape player. And it also has Bluetooth and AM FM radio. It's cute enough. And it comes with a cord or you can use batteries. So you can take it on the go. This is cute, right? Isn't it cute? This is by Studebaker. And cute. You was gonna buy one? Yeah. I have so many old tapes. Actually, I thought I had more, but I have a lot. Enough anyway to play on there. I have my first tape that I ever bought. I was, I think, 5th or 6th grade. And I still have that tape. Anyway, I don't want to keep this live going forever. Plus, I gotta pee. So I'm going to let y'all go. And thank y'all so much, everybody, for tuning in. And I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one.